Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Charan. Let's continue the JavaScript and CSS tips and tricks tutorial series. Now in this video tutorial, I will show you how to create a vertical tab with the contents. So let's start the tutorial. And here we got the final output of our application. Notice this is a tab container. When I click tab 1, by default I have set to tab 1, which is tab 1 content. When I click tab 2, here we got tab 2. When I click tab 3, notice that tab 3 content is large, but our content and sidebar is not increasing the height. We've got the scroll bar here for the content div. Let's tab 4 and tab 5. For this video tutorial, I am using Visual Studio Code. First, let's open our folder, which is a JavaScript -tutorials. And here it is, our folder is added to the VS Explorer. Let me expand this folder. Now, inside this folder, I will create one new HTML file called vertical tabs.htm. And here we got the newly created HTML file is open. Let me minimize this VS Explorer as well as I am closing this welcome page. Now let's write the coding part. First let's add doc.basic HTML elements. HTML, I'm closing the HTML tag. After that I'm adding header section. Below the header section I'm adding the body element. Now inside this body element I'm defining one div element which contains a class called container, and we require the sidebar of the div class. Let's add the sidebar. This contains tabs, sidebar, and inside this sidebar I'm adding some sidebar tabs. Let's add the tab active. First tab I want to active on click event, which is a JavaScript event. Open tab. This is a function name which we'll write very soon in the script. And the event tab 1. Let's close this one. Tab 1. Now div class is equals to tab on click is equals to open tab event tab 2, this one tab 2. Let's define this is tab 2. And if you notice, I have not mentioned active in this class because I want to open active when page loads only the tab 1, and also the tab 1 content also I want to active both. So let's copy this one, paste here. I'm defining 5 tabs here. So 3, 4, this is 2, 3, 4 and 5. Yeah, just confused here. 3, 4 and 5. Now we require in the sidebar container I'm defining div class, another div for the content. Class is equals to content. Let's add the div id is equals to what the id I'm adding here, tab 1, and the class is equals to tab content. Class name is a tab content. Now inside this tab I am adding h2. This is tab 1 content. I'm adding one horizontal line. After the horizontal line I am adding one p element paragraph. This is the content for the tab 1. That's it. Now let's copy this one, copy that one, and here in the content I am adding, let's copy this one, paste here. This is the tab 2 content, but here I am adding one style. When page loads, I don't want to display these tabs, so style display none. This is the tab 2 content, and here this is the tab 2. Let's copy this one. We'll do some space gaps here so we don't confuse. 3, 4 and 5 and 5. This is the tab 5. Except tab 1, I'm not adding style. This is tab 5. This is tab 5. This is tab 4, and this is the tab 4, and this is tab 3. This is tab 3, and this is the tab 3. 2. Okay. And if you notice here, only the tab 1 div container, I don't have any style because I want to open default when page loads. And after that, let's define. So below the div container, I'm adding one script element, which is the script document.get add event listener. First add event listener, I want to open the default DOM content loaded, comma, function variable default tab is equals to document.get element by id. Here I am adding tab 1, default tab dot style dot display is equals to, I am adding block I want to display here. Let's close this one, and now we require some function to open tabs. This open tab you have already mentioned here. Notice here, open tab. When we click particular tab, this function will rise this event. Let's add the event tab name variable I, tab content, and tab links. Here comma variables, we need to separate with commas, colon, which ends tab content. First tab content is equals to document dot get element by class name. Here the class name is a tab content. We need to open the tab content, so tab content, for loop for I is equals to 0, I is less than tab content dot length. We need require the length here, length I plus plus. Now what we require, now let's add some style. Tab content is array dot style dot display none. Now the tab links, once we click the tab links, it open. Tab links is equals to document dot get element by class name. We need to open the tab, these tabs open. So let's add the tab for I is equals to 0, I is less than tab links dot length I plus plus tab links array. Now here we require the class name is equals to tab links. I am replacing with active tabs. replace a class name dot replace method, which is active. That's it. Now here I require some style dot. Once we open a particular tab, we need to display in a block. So here it's done. Here it will show in a block. Document event. We need to write the event. No, function event. This event and tab. Event dot current target dot class name plus is equals to active script. That's it. We have done the JavaScript functionality. First, the default tab will open, which is the tab 1. Then next, the function rising open tab will hide all the tabs. Once we click a particular tab, I want to open active the tab. Now let's add some styles here. Style. The first style for, let's add the container dot container because it's a class name. Display flex padding right, and first let's add left 120 pixels and padding right also 120 pixels. After that, we require the sidebar. I'm adding some styles to this sidebar. Let's copy that one. Dot, which is a class name, sidebar. Width is 200 pixels. Sidebar. Background color, I'm adding. Let's add linear gradient. Background. Sorry, it's a background. Linear gradient to right. I'm adding colors to right from right. Black, purple. Let's add the purple. Here we got extra column, and also I'm adding black color, and color. Text color, I want to display white color. Now we require the tabs. So let's add that one, sidebar tabs, which is also a class name. The tabs is added inside this sidebar. So we need to add first sidebar, then tab, which is a subclass name. Tab is a padding is 10 pixels, cursor pointer. Let's add the transaction background. Transaction background color 0.3 seconds. Transaction seconds 0.3 seconds. Now let's add the when mouse over on a particular tab, I want to add some styles. So sidebar dot sidebar dot tab column hover background color I'm adding some alias blue and text color I'm adding black color. Then what we have, we need to add the tab active also. So this tab active tab is inside this sidebar. So let's add the sidebar dot tab dot active. The active class is inside is included in this class only, tab class. So background color is white, font size is large, font weight also, let's add the weight bold color, bold size. Color, text color I am adding around, this is white color, so I am adding black color. I am not adding much styles. Border bottom, right radius 100 pixels, 100%. Let's add the border top right radius 100%. Padding left is 30 pixels. Now we require the what we have. Let's add the content also. Dot content is a class. I'm adding content also, the background color, which is a sidebar color. Background color. Flex grow is 1. Padding 0 pixels. Color is white. Border left. We don't record border left. Yeah, we will give border left because I don't want to border spaces. Border left is 0 pixels. And the content, suppose if the content is large, for example in H3 I am adding the content is large, content. So I want to maintain the same height of the content and sidebar, both must be the same size. So overflow I am adding auto, which displays a scroll bar if the content is large, bigger. Maximum height I am adding around 180. Let's add the 200, around 220 pixels. Font size I am adding large. Padding left is 10 pixels. Now what we have, in the content we have the header tag and p tag. Let's add those ones also. Dot content h3, margin top 0 and the content p. The h3 and p3 tags are inside the content, so that's the reason I'm adding content here. Margin bottom 0. That's it. We have done the complete coding part. We have a sidebar and content. This is a CSS style, and below we have written the JavaScript functionality. Let's save this file first. Save. We'll check the final output of our application. For that, open File Explorer. The folder I have created in the E drive, which is the JavaScript tutorials. In this folder, this is the vertical tabs. Notice at the bottom. Let's open that one. And here we got the final output of our application. Notice the vertical tabs. And this is a content tab. It's by default I have set the tab 1 content is open when page loads. When I click tab 2, tab 3, tab 4, tab 5, something went wrong. Let's fix that one. The problem we are getting in the JavaScript only. When we click a particular tab links in the JavaScript, here the tab 1 is working, displaying block. It's display block here, displaying none here. And if we click the tab, we have forgot to return to show. So document.getElement by ID. The IDs of the tab we are getting dynamically from this tab name. So let's add here, and notice here I am not adding any single quotes because the tab names we are getting from, which are the tab IDs, element by ID, we are getting from dynamically. So style dot display block means it will appears, and as well as let's do some space. And here this is very important. The active links works means we need to give some space here. So now let's save this file. Make sure give some space here, and the document get element by ID, which is block. Let's save again this file. We'll check the final output of our application. Now I'm reloading the browser, and here we got the final output of our application. Notice this is a tab sidebar, and this is a content. Tab 2, tab 3. See here the sidebar content length is increased. We got the scroll bar here. Tab 4, tab 5. So when I click tab 3, this one is have increased. Let's fix that one also. What is the actual sidebar size is 200, and content is maximum 200. Let's fix this one also 200. Again save this file. Now I'm reloading the browser. We'll check the final output of our application, and here we got the final output of our application. Notice this is a tab container. When I click tab 1, by default I have set to tab 1, which is tab 1 content. When I click tab 2, here we got tab 2. When I click tab 3, notice that tab 3 content is large, but our content and sidebar is not increasing the height. We've got the scroll bar here for the content div. Let's tab 4 and tab 5. That's it. In this video tutorial I have explained how to create a vertical tabs using a JavaScript and CSS styles. Thanks for watching this video tutorial. Please subscribe, share and leave your valuable comment. I'll catch you in my next video tutorial.